The cops arrested him. He asked me, can you give me this police report?
He's paid you the money. What did you do with that money?
That's his issue. That's nothing to do with me.
He's really getting screwed.
Everything is...
Well, it's not fixed. You still have his money. Give him his money back.
Plaintiff Ahmad Brunson claims the defendant is a crook and a cheat who left him on the hook for thousands. He's suing for $5,000 for unpaid tolls. Defendant Arthur Mavashev claims the plaintiff rented 2 of his luxury cars without having proper insurance. Now, one of the cars is totaled. He's countersuing for $5,000.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. The Honorable Judge Jerry Springer now presiding. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Najid.
It's case number 002 on the docket, Brunson versus Mavashev.
Okay, thank you very much. And
you're welcome, Judge.
Welcome to both of you. Let's see what we have here. We have the plaintiff, Ahmad Brunson, and you are suing the defendant, Arthur Mavashev?
Correct.
For $5,000 for what you say are unpaid tolls and interest. The defendant, you are countersuing for $5,000 for car damages. Let's hear what you have. I'll start with you, Ahmad.
I met the defendant in 2018.
Yes.
We met through a mutual friend on Craigslist. I drove for Uber and Lyft.
Yes.
It's a taxi limousine.
Got it.
And we made a verbal agreement.
You drive for Uber and Lyft. And
yeah.
so you rented a car from him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we made a verbal
What was the deal? It was verbal.
A verbal agreement.
And what was the deal?
Of $550 a week.
You would pay him $550 a week?
Yes.
And what's the toll business?
The toll would be $50 to $100 extra on top of that.
A week?
A week.
And you would pay him?
I would pay him directly through Cash App.
So what's the problem?
He failed to pay for the tolls. I have Exhibit A right
What
here.
do you mean? Oh, because there was an Easy Pass or something?
Yes, Easy Pass.
Okay, so you're saying that every week you paid him $550 plus tolls.
Plus tolls.
And then it was, if there's an Easy Pass, it was up to him to pay
Pay the Easy
toll.
Pass, yes.
What evidence is it that you have here?
My payments we made through Cash App. It's
It
right
looks like, okay, the Cash App, it looks like you would pay $675, the next week $650, $620, $655. Okay, so it looks like you were making all these payments every week here,
Yes.
and it goes up to June 19th, 2019.
Yes.
Okay, is there anything he has said regarding that, just that?
Everything was false. He got arrested. That's why he returned the car. And we met 2017.
But he did rent the car from you.
He rented both my cars. So let me tell you my side of my story.
Sure.
So I opened the company. We do luxury limousine services.
Yes.
We have 2 aspects of the company.
Yes.
First aspect we did in 2016, we opened this company. It's called Taka VIP Limo Services.
Okay.
We're providing transportation for high-end clientele, and also second component of the business to rent the cars out, because it's basically TLC cars,
Yes.
to individuals who want to work for Uber, Lyft, anybody
Got it.
in this market. The 5
Okay,
boroughs.
so you're a pretty big business.
It was 17 cars that which
Wow.
we were renting it out.
Okay.
And Ahmad Brunson was one of them.
Why do you have verbal contracts? If
No,
it's-
I have a contract here as well.
Oh.
2014 car, which he totaled. I have a police report. After he wrecked my first car, he asked me, can you give me the same similar car as your previous car?
Okay.
I have a text message as well that he sent me. So the thing is, why is he suing me here? He called EasyPass saying that everything went to his name. It's false. The reason why, in the New York State law, the registered owner is responsible for this EasyPass.
You're the registered owner of
Yes.
the car. So you are responsible for the payment to the
Correct,
state of
yes.
Easy Pass. Why are they saying money is still owed on the tolls? Because I have here bills from the Metropolitan Authority saying that not only are the tolls owed, but a $100 violation fee for every one of them not being paid.
That is
so
correct.
the question is, as far as the state's concerned, you have to pay the tolls. Now, he's agreed to pay for the tolls with your agreement, so he's paid you the money. What did you do with that money?
These are my responsibility. It doesn't fall upon him. That's his issue. Let me
I
explain something
understand
to
that.
you.
I'm agreeing with you. But then you got to return the money that he gave to you.
I will show you something. Look at this. He has evidence. Look at the dates and look at the plate numbers. It's between him and EasyPass. That's nothing to do with me. If you look at mine, I have with my company.
The plates are your car.
Yes, these are my plates. I'm the registered owner as well. I could show you proof as well.
Why didn't you pay the tolls?
Which is this is between me and EasyPass. I have a
Then give him back his money. Because he's now being told that he has to pay the money.
Your Honor,
$100.
let me send you something. Exhibit B. I have right now a payment plan with the EasyPass.
That is fine. The point is, he paid you money for the tolls to be paid. He had no idea you weren't paying it. That wasn't his business. He gave you the money. Now all of a sudden, he's getting bills which say that he has to pay $2,000 some odd dollars. That's not his fault. He was paying you. Explain to me how your name is on the bill.
I talked to DMV and the EasyPass verbally,
Yes.
and they told me that somebody had switched their address into my address.
He's saying that he had a verbal discussion with DMV and EasyPass. Why would somebody change the address, not the whole account? Think about it yourself. If I just change the address, I'm still affected by it. It's still under my company.
So why am I getting billed?
So if I change the address, why the name changed? Who changed the name?
In
When was the
October-
first time you got this bill?
In October of 2019.
October, after he stopped driving for me. After
So
he got
that's
arrested.
interesting. So you had no notice that the payments weren't being made?
No.
He was arrested.
No.
He didn't get another job.
He is being fined $100 for each time a ticket wasn't paid. And he had no notice that it wasn't being paid. So there is no culpability on his part. What your discussion should be is the payments were made, or if they weren't made, that's on you.
I have proof of Exhibit B. Basically, I have a payment plan with the EasyPass being paid for. And not only that, I don't know where he's getting these bills from because I even called EasyPass this morning. I got a recording as well.
The notice from the state is to him,
That's
right in front of me. So I don't know what calls
where
you're
does-
making, but it's his name, and he's being fined every one $100, if that's the violation fee, above what the toll was. The tolls are various amounts, $9.50
here.
sometimes. Have
No
you
proof, no nothing.
called the EasyPass company and told them that it is not your EasyPass?
Yes, I did.
And did they send you a document to rectify that?
No, they have it on their file saying I'm in legal litigations with them.
I'm not getting to the damages yet on your
Yes.
countersuit, but on this issue, he's really getting screwed because he paid you for the tolls, you didn't pay, and now he's also got to pay another $2,000. I tell you what, if you're responsible and you have a payment plan, you give him back the money and then you make the payment. Why should he have to pay for the fine for you not paying in time?
Your Honor, it doesn't work that way. His name is not in the EasyPass, it's not in the whatever it is. Let me show you proof that it's only on my name. The plate is even also on my name.
The plate is the same. We're talking about the same car.
That's the plate that he's referring
Yes.
to. Yes.
The penalty is still $100 every time.
It's been resolved. In the end of the thing, you'll see over there, it says here, I made a payment plan as well. In the
Well,
end,
if it is under you, then
Yeah.
it is your responsibility to get his name off it.
his name is not there. I could even confirm.
Then
Exhibit
don't
I.
tell me what I'm reading.
Exhibit I. You could even
You
confirm.
want me to spell the name that
I
he
don't
put?
know where he got his papers from.
It's not fair that he gets a $2,000 fine for being late when it wasn't his responsibility to make the payments. I'm not talking about what's between you and the state. That's your business. If you can work out a deal, that's great. But you took from him, he sent you every week the money to make the payments. You didn't make them in time. That's why you're being fined $100. Whatever deal you work out, But he shouldn't have to pay 1 penny of the $100 fine if he was giving the money to you every week. You don't deny that he was giving you the money every week.
Understood.
So what you're saying, the evidence you're showing me, I understand is between you and the state. My point is the penalty part of it should not come out of his pocket. Yes.
Your Honor, can you please play the audio, the evidence? You will see it's loud and clear stating nothing is with him. Nothing. It's everything through me. Nothing. I don't know where he gets paid from. Just listen to the audio, please.
Play it.
PNV Specialty Unit, how may I help you?
Oh, yes, hi. My name is Arthur Mabashraf. I'm calling regarding the plate number. One of my drivers telling me that their name is there. So I just want to confirm that it's Arthur Mabashraf on this account, right?
Yes, the name on the account is Arthur Mabasha. That's correct.
So basically, I'm recording this conversation, okay?
That's fine.
But the thing is, can you just tell me which agency is this and what date is today, please?
This is Easy Pass, the registration suspension unit. We process payments for the different agencies, and today's date is July 28th, 2020.
The point is, there's a $100 fine every time the toll wasn't paid. That was your responsibility. He paid what he said he was going to pay in your verbal agreement. I am just saying to you, believing everything I just heard, and you were telling the truth on that. For whatever reason, you didn't pay in time on what admittedly is your Easy Pass. There's a $100 fine. Give him back the money that he gave you.
There was no $100 fine on his name.
This has affected me greatly, and
Okay, well,
In the New York State law is basically with Easy Pass, the register owner is responsible. Like for example, you have a mortgage.
You are responsible.
I am responsible, correct?
And you didn't make the payments. So give him his money back. He gave you the money so that there wouldn't be a fine.
There was no fine through him. There's no fine. I fixed everything. Everything's fixed.
Well, it's not fixed. You still have his money. He did everything he was supposed to do. He had no notice, no indication that you weren't paying in time. So those $100 fines
He's not it's waived. Those responsibilities
are
are
waived.
waived. They're
It's
waived.
not waived in any notice to him. Now let's go to the countersuit, okay? The first car that he rented from you, there was an accident. You have a copy of the
Police report, yes.
Okay.
He totaled my car. I owed the bank over $32,000.
And he was responsible.
He was responsible, correct.
And you are insured in the car.
With TLC, there's this is insured for, if it's liability, yes, TLC is insured. But there's a third party for full coverage. This car was not full coverage.
What was your out-of-pocket?
It was a total loss. So I owe the bank $32,000. I have proof of the bank's the payout. Let me show you.
Do you have insurance?
no, I don't.
And you admit you were, I mean, the police report said you were
Yes.
responsible for the accident. But under the agreement, if you were responsible for the crash, you would be responsible for the damage.
But he never told me nothing about that.
Never told you. Look at the text messages.
He's never told me about about the crash, nothing.
Why were you driving without insurance?
Yeah, no insurance. That's his fault because he's supposed to.
Why
he's supposed
don't
to
you
pay.
have insurance too?
I'm the renter of the car.
But to drive, you need car insurance, don't you?
Yeah, but I rented from him, so he's supposed to have that already set in as stone.
And there was no agreement, but you have no agreement on the insurance.
that was his fault for that.
But why? How are you driving without insurance? Never mind.
There was no registration on it as well.
You cannot drive in the Uber or Lyft app without the proper documentation. Here's the contract, though.
All right.
In Exhibit J, I have a contract. It's basically stating that I, Arthur Mabashraf, is renting my 2015 QX60 with the plate number, VIN number to Ahmad Brunson, ID number. I gave him driver's license, $550 weekly. Started from July 29, 2018 to October 2018. If any accidents happen and it's Bronson's fault, he is responsible with repairs, with his signature, with the notary as well.
Right.
And
Okay,
he has a text message as well with that contract.
Show me again what the car damages are.
It's in Exhibit C.
Okay.
The whole thing was damaged. The whole thing was destroyed. I gave it back to the bank, but what you'll see of it, $32,000 was reported balance right now.
What will your out-of-pocket expenses be?
With this 2014 car, it was a total loss. I had to pay the bank $32,000.
You're saying the insurance doesn't pay for the total loss?
No, because it's our fault. It was his fault. He drove the car. He went directly to the person, and they're still suing these guys. They're suing my driver, and they're suing the company. The second car, which I gave him, he rented my personal car, which has TLC plate as well, with the one with the teak plate.
Yes.
The cops arrested him. He basically, and then he gave back the car. I went to pick up the car myself.
Yep.
There was damage. The leather, the side, it was dented as well.
I got
Here's
it.
the proof, Exhibit E.
Okay.
This out of pocket
Yes.
was between 6,000. I have here the invoice. It was 6,200.
Okay. How long did you rent the car for?
For about a year.
The first one?
The first one, yeah, about a year. It was in 2018.
Yeah.
17 to 18, and the
No,
second
it
one was
wasn't.
18 to 19.
Did you have third-party driver insurance?
All the TLC, they're covered. They cover all the liability side, like if anybody gets hurt, like that side. But the coverage for the car itself, full coverage, they don't do with TLC. That's what there's a contract. I have it, and he got a text message 2018. How were you driving for 1 year if you had two cars?
Gentlemen, you're not speaking with
Sorry,
each other.
sorry.
Speak directly to the judge.
Here's what I'm coming to. On the part of the plaintiff's suit, I find for the plaintiff $3,251. In the defendant's countersuit, I find for him the sum of $5,000. When I offset the two, the defendant to the initial suit goes away with $1,749.
So the judge's decision has been made. I appreciate it. Thank you, Judge Jerry, for having me on the show. Thank you.
I appreciate Judge Jerry's opinion on the matter, but he still owes for the tolls.
Hey, YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.